This is Nick Mancuso for Power Health Radio. I'm here in the offices of constitutional lawyer Rocco Galati, where a press conference is taking place in which there is the announcement of a lawsuit based on constitutional grounds against Health Canada, the Government of Canada, the Queen of England. Let's take a listen.
There has never been one documented death from the taking of any of these products that they are simply eliminating from the shelves and availability. Not one death. We hear every year that from so-called side effects, people die from pharmaceutical drugs. The other thing the Act does is that it does not allow persons to make any health claims with respect to these products, whether or not they have a number. And so that breaches the manufacturer's and the public's right to freedom of expression to receive that information under the Charter. And so often this is called the right to commercial expression. So if people can't know about these substances, then they're not informed. They're being deprived of a right to know about substances that may be helpful to their, may assist in their health and their right to choose what they use in terms of maintaining health.
Under the Food and Drug Act, would something like bananas be considered
all
food?
All food is a drug. All food. If you want, you can take a copy of that definition, sub B. Any substance or mixture of substances manufactured, sold, or represented for use in B, restoring, correcting, or modifying organic functions in human beings or animals.
Could I add something?
I mean, all food does that.
By that definition, if someone is starving and you offer them a sandwich, that sandwich becomes a drug because it's preventing an abnormal state of the human body. Or if somebody's dehydrated and you offer them a glass of water, by that definition, water is a drug.
Yeah. It's just insane.
Because it's to remedy something, right?
Right.
Like the water is to remedy dehydration.
That's right.
So if you grow oregano in your backyard, or fennel, or fenugreek and stuff like that, you could be theoretically liable for charges for growing a drug.
Yeah, because you were manufactured.
Just like it would be marijuana.
As soon as you collect it and dry it and grind it, as my mother used to in the 60s, and when they threatened to take her kids away, because they said the oregano oil was a voodoo potion that she used to use to help us with our flus. And when visiting health nurse was visiting, that would be considered illegal. Sure, you're manufacturing a drug. Well, the reverse onus that Health Canada puts on the manufacturers and distributors of these products to prove to Health Canada that it's not unsafe. Well, that's an impossible standard, first of all. Second of all, it's a standard that others aren't put to. Even though listeria and meat killed Canadians, even the food industry is not put to that test. Health and Welfare Canada does and should have the right to inspect from time to time and ascertain for themselves whether these things are safe. And if they're not safe, the onus should be on Health Canada to prove why they can't be sold, not the other way around. By simply putting this gate, they simply exclude all these products from being manufactured and sold as they have been for centuries. It also violates the rights of people like Mr. Mancuso to choose the consumption of these products as dietary food supplements and vitamins as a matter of their personal, bodily, and psychological integrity, which is protected under Section 7 of the Charter. The Supreme Court has ruled that your bodily and psychological integrity with respect to your own body is something that can't be curtailed by the state. You have a free choice in terms of what goes into your body or how you deal with your body.
But isn't the law more intent to rein in some of the statements of claim that go along with these natural products?
So why don't
in other words, isn't it the statement of claim that they're trying to make illegal rather than
Then why don't they have a law that criminalizes false representations about the benefits? Why do they need to remove the product? So why do they need to throw the baby out with the bathwater if that's the aim of the law? That's not the aim of the law.
In the Food and Drugs Act, there is a clause that entitles Health Canada to take action against fraudulent claims.
Right.
And so they don't need this extra layer of regulations.
I'll tell you why they don't do it that way, though, to answer your question. Because then they have to go after the pharmaceutical companies.
You spoke about raids. Who has been raided? I know Dr. Alden Dahl, according to the statement's claim, was. But he had something illegal. That wasn't necessarily he was getting raided because he had vitamin C.
Well, let's talk what that illegal substance was, which is also being challenged. That illegal substance is produced naturally by the body. Progesterone, which is a derivative which can be artificially produced from soy or yam extract. So next they're going to raid my mother's house for tomatoes and tomato sauce. I mean, this is absurd. Just because they call it a drug doesn't make it so. But they give the impression he gets raided with armed tactical units as if it were cocaine or heroin. It's an extract that is naturally produced by the human body. Why didn't they cart him off and remove his progesterone? I mean, it's crazy, Isabel. It's crazy if you think about it. So just because they say it's so, only proves the underlying claim that's been brought to the court. This is a vicious, vicious campaign to get these people out of business. And this is a practicing doctor who's sitting at home, and tactical units come in with automatic weapons, stick a pistol in his wife's chest or in front of her, and tell them they can't move off the couch for 11 hours over vitamin C? It's insane. It's just insane. And that's to say they had justification. Well, we challenge that. I mean, that's what the lawsuit's going to determine, whether they have that justification.